Hello, everybody. Adam with the Pattaya News. Today, we're going to talk about a Schengen-style visa for Thailand, in which you can fly into Thailand and then travel to Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia, etc. We're also going to talk about today how Songkran is going to be 21 days. Wait, really? Don't panic yet. We'll have all that and more in just a moment here on our weekly recap here at the Pattaya News. Now, first off, it is Valentine's Day week, so we hope that you feel the love in the air in one of the cities well known for, well, love worldwide, Pattaya. Now, of course, there'll be all sorts of special dinners and feasts and parties and events and decorations and things going on for that event this week. Also, at the end of the week, the Pattaya International Football Beach Cup begins on Jomtien Beach. So for those of you who love football and love beach football, there'll be plenty of teams competing, including Thailand, and you can watch this for free down by the Davari Hotel on Jomtien Beach, starting from Friday the 16th. Now, let's get into some of our biggest stories of the week. Probably the biggest national story was a proposal to make a European-style visa in which people can fly into the country and then are able to travel to other countries nearby on one visa. Now, let's be really, really clear first. This is a proposal. It's like I'm proposing that today, I might win $1 million. That's probably not going to happen. So by no means is this set in stone, because we've already had people asking really detailed questions and real specifics. It's just ideas flowing off of top leaders. But the fact that the Thai Prime Minister is really devoted to this idea and is really pushing it with other leaders, already with the Cambodian and Lao leaders, it shows that it could possibly happen sometime down the road. Now, the proposal is different from the one you have in Europe. In Europe, you're basically able to fly into any of those countries and then go to the other countries, which has caused issues in the past, primarily the fact that people look for the country with the least requirements and then travel to others. This proposal, the idea coming up, is to fly into Thailand, only Thailand, use it as a travel hub, then get the visa that allows you to go to Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, Malaysia, Vietnam, all around the local area for whatever period of time. People have also asked, well, will this mean that you have to pay a fee? Who knows? Again, it's just a proposal. What we will say, though, is that our readers were really excited about this, along with that other proposal we talked about last week for 90 days tourist visas, which, again, is just a proposal. But both of them are things that the Prime Minister, who's very business-driven and very driven on driving tourism, has been pushing for basically Thailand and for other countries. So we'll have a lot more on this in the future. He's still got to talk to leaders of other countries, and they've all got to come together on how such a plan would work. Most of our readers, by 80% in an unscientific poll, agreed that they thought this was a fantastic idea if it ever happens. For our next topic, we're going to talk about, oh goodness, Songkran, the Thai New Year, the water festival, coming in April, just like it does every year. But this year's a little bit different. And the reason it's a little bit different is because last year it was officially made a UNESCO Cultural World Heritage event, which was a really big thing for Thailand. And so Thailand is really trying to make Songkran a global thing, that everybody worldwide automatically knows what Songkran is. Because believe it or not, especially for those of you who have been here a long time or been coming to Thailand for a long time, many people overseas, at least in my own home country of America, have no idea what it is. They've never heard of it. Many of them have never even seen the pictures or videos. Thailand wants to change that with the so-called soft power by making Songkran a global icon and having people come and visit worldwide every single year. So this year, Songkran is going to be celebrated for 21 days, from the 1st of April till the 21st. Hold on, don't panic. I can literally see some of our viewers having heart attacks now, because we know that many expats are not big fans, especially here in Pattaya, of how long the festival goes on and how it disrupts people living a so-called normal life. Definitely great for many tourists, definitely great for younger tourists, people having fun, concerts, parties, events, etc. But it can be a struggle, so much of a struggle that many expats actually leave the country. The actual proposal is to have this not 21 days of water fights and not 21 days of days off for public holidays, but something like Christmas, essentially, where there's events and there's decoration and there's religious and traditional events happening throughout the entire period, but not 21 days of people throwing water. The only actual water days will still be the official holidays, at least according to Thai authorities, which will be roughly the 13th to the 16th for national holidays, when everybody takes off and they go home to the provinces to see their family. And here in Pattaya, like every single year, the big day will once again be the 19th, which means it's more than likely that you will see water being thrown what it usually was, about the 13th to the 19th, here in and around the Pattaya area. Could that change? Of course it could. But we wanted to reassure people that the proposal had never been 3 weeks of water throwing. The proposal was to really focus on a lot of the traditions and the religious side of Songkran, which arguably will probably work fine in many Thai provinces and parts of Thailand that are mainly Thai dominated. Will it work in the tourism zones? We'll see. So for our next topic, this is just kind of a quick one for you. Air pollution has still been a major issue across Thailand, although it has been slightly better here in Chonburi over the past week. But two proposals that came up in the last week from Thai authorities to help stop air pollution were pretty widely ridiculed online. Proposal number one was to stop burning incense so often for Chinese New Year and religious rituals, because according to authorities, that could help the problem. And proposal number two, which will probably never happen, is to limit the amount of Thai barbecue and mookata people are burning and eating. Basically, people's feedback is probably exactly what you're thinking, that these are little things that are really not getting to the heart of the problem, which is farm burning and dealing with international relations between countries like Cambodia that also have a lot of burning issues, and solve this as a regional problem focused on large-scale burning at farms, which would basically cause the biggest impact and the biggest bang for the buck. Not telling people stop burning some joss sticks and stop eating barbecue, as that's not going to make the impact cracking down on farm burning would. So, our funny story of the week, this comes to you from our Phuket side of our news. Many of you may not even know it exists. We'll throw it up there on the screen for you. The Phuket Express. It's only been out a little over a year and is steadily growing. And it's basically our same style of news, but focused on Phuket. The story that we brought to you is a Chinese tourist who took a motorbike taxi ride for probably between 100 to 200 baht, and he wasn't happy with the fare. He didn't want to pay it. He got into a long argument with the taxi driver, and he decided, which later turned out to be a terrible idea, that he would call the police and claim to the police that the driver stole 20,000 baht from him, which the driver did not. So police arrived, heard the claim, immediately, hey, look, there's a CCTV there. Reviewed CCTV, and there's no sign of what the Chinese tourist claimed. The Chinese tourist now faces multiple legal charges, both in terms of making a false claim and possibly in terms of defamation, which anybody who's been around a while knows in Thailand carries extremely strict penalties in Thailand, as he was defaming the motorbike taxi driver by making up the story. The Chinese tourist probably has learned his lesson that making up such a story was not a good idea. Now, our last story for today is Na Jomtien Beach. We've had multiple complaints from local readers on Na Jomtien, and to be fair, Pattaya Beach too, but especially Na Jomtien, of late night noise, parties, fireworks, people drinking, which technically you're not supposed to do on the beach, on the new widened beach in and around the Na Jomtien area. Also somewhat on Jomtien, but really in the Na Jomtien part, which is down near the seafood restaurants on the southern end of the beach. They've asked for local authorities to take some action. The thing is, this area is often not policed as heavily as Pattaya Beach or the Dong Tan Beach, the more central areas. So that's really why they've asked us and other local media to give it some attention. Speaking of attention, for Jomtien, the last thing I'm going to leave you with for today is very soon, the Jomtien Road from Dong Tan Beach to the Shayapru intersection is becoming one way. It's temporary. It's not forever. It's due to road construction and drainage construction, but it's likely to cause some huge traffic problems and huge delays in that area while they work on this construction. They hope to have it done sometime by the high season later this year, but again, there's no specific timetable. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We love to hear your feedback. Make sure you leave it in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.